I have no idea where, oh, I completely turned off the video. Okay, this is part 2. Yep, this is part 2 apparently. And we're just rolling with it. I'm not quite sure exactly what happened, but we're just going to keep going. I have punched 3 holes in each one of the signatures. And I hope I got that on record on one of them. Okay. Now I'm going to go get some string. You'll get some string. Hold on. Okay, today I'm going to use some waxed linen thread, but you can use embroidery thread. You can use dental floss. You can use like some string that doesn't have stretch in it and is easy to thread and going to give you some strength for your signatures in your spine. And generally the rule of thumb is 3 times the height of your signatures. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And there's 1. So we're going to need 3 of those. 1, 2, because we have 3 signatures. 3. Whoop, whoop, running away string. Come back here. Okay, and then 1 more. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and we're good, and we're rolling. All right. Okie dokie. So now we're actually going to be sewing our signatures right onto this piece of chipboard that's been decorated and glued together and that has holes in it. We're not going to sew it into the book itself, okay? Now this is important. We're going to be working from the back of the book to the front of the book. So the signature that you want to appear at the back of the book is the one you want to grab first. So we're going to be working right to left. I don't know why, we just always do. Don't worry if your hole doesn't come like right in the center of the fold. What really matters is that it's in the center of your fold where the dot was in the back. That'll keep everybody happily aligned. Okay, so we're through, going through the middle, grabbing this, making sure this is the top. Go a little closer. This is the top. Remember, put a T there, top. And then we're going to go through that hole, the middle. Coming out the back, going up the top. Double checking to make sure, we're going to double check before we tie it all off, that we're in the right holes. Because there's nothing like getting this far and then realizing you sewed it into the wrong holes. And that's happened about 1,000,000 times to me. Yep, you gotta make 1,000,000 journals, so that can happen 1,000,000 times, and then you can say you've been there. All right, so there's one. Let's do a quick double check. Yes, we are all on the one on this far side. That's what we want. And now one wing on, this is like a bridge, one wing under here, one wing under here. Am I sewn together? No, I'm just twisted. Okay, if you're sewn together, unsew them together. And you want to pull snug but not tearing. So, and then you're going to tie a knot one way, and then that's the normal way, and then tie a knot the weird way, which is also right over left, left over right. But if you're a lefty, then it might be the opposite. And then you can just decide what to do with your tails later. As we do in life. And we take off our safety pin, our big giant paper clip, and we come here and we train the paper to lay comfortably to the right. Okay, so we're using the bone folder yet again, another fabulous use of our beloved bone folder. Okay, so now we have 1 signature in. Let's just repeat that fabulous process with flower signature number 2. This is going to be the inside page, okay? And grab your thread, grab your needle, make it happen, because I'm using a big darning needle or a yarn needle. It has a giant eye, and it's very blunt on the end, so I don't hurt myself, which is very nice to do, a nice little gift to give yourself. Okay, through the back, through the top. Here, you can see, looking for the hole. Look, you can peek on the back to try and find the hole. Sometimes it's easier. Here you go, aim, and you're in. Pull, make sure you leave a little tail out, go through the bottom, go through the middle bottom hole here. Yeah, I'm through. Okay, look at the back again of this little concoction, go through the middle. If you get lost and can't find it, you can peek, peeking, and I'm through, and I'm pulling, and I'm evening up my threads, checking that my threads aren't sewn together. That's okay. Double checking to make sure we're through the same holes. Okay, yes, we are all through the middle holes this time, so that is correct. Then we're going to do the pull snug but not tearing. Right over left, left over right, if you're a righty, or the opposite if you're the opposite. And take off your paper, it's a paper clip. I don't know why I get stuck on that all the time. It's a paper clip, it's a paper clip. And we're training with the bone folder very easily. It kind of comes together pretty quickly at this point, which is neat because it just seems like this conglomeration of monstrosity is never going to look like a book. And then all of a sudden it looks like a book and you're just amazed at how that all happened out of the blue. Looking for there it is. Always put your needle in a place where you can find it and try and get into good habit about that. I'm horrible for that. But if you do, you'll spend less of your life looking for things and more time crafting. Okay, here we go. And we're going through the middle, the happy middle. It's like the belly button of it all. Going through the belly button here in the back. Coming through the, trying to show you. Okay, the top one. Yep. Okay, and these bigger holes make it easier to find, plus they look uniform in the book. I like that look. Totally choice, artist's choice. And the bottom, yep, bottom, yep, hold on to it, Sally, don't let it run away on you. And then go through the middle belly button one more time. Okay, now, it's very important. We have one of these on one side, under the bridge, and one on the other, under the bridge. Snug, but not tearing, snug, but not tearing. Right over left, left over right, should be a song. And you can do one more for good measure if you want, just to say you did. I usually do 3 for some reason, I don't know why. Just have mostly been doing 3s since I started. Okay, so fold this down, and now we are seeing the edge of our hidden spine. I'm going to call it a hidden spine at this point. And put my needle where I know where it is. There you are. Probably forget where I put it. Now I'm just training the paper again. Let me orient you a bit better. Okay, there we go. All right. Here we go. Yep. Folding, training, folding. Okay, now comes the big exciting part. And this fascinating part is going to be Fabrifix glued. So if you just remember what this bottle looks like. You can use other glues to do this. A lot of people, I think, use PVA glue. I like to use Fabrifix because I trust the hold. It's got a very strong hold when you let it set for a little bit. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to make sure that everything is tacked down on here, under here, because remember, this is going to be what it's going to grab to. So you want to make sure that everything is well glued down. Okay. And you guys are pretty well glued down. Okay. I think that's pretty good. All right. So now we are going to take our, this is what it looks like. Okay. All right. And this is my top. How do I know? Because I got my T there. Okay. And this is the top of my book. Okay. So I'm going to put a lot of glue here. And not so much so that it oozes over like crazy, but I do want a significant amount of glue here because I do want a strong grab. Okay. I'm just going to run around the edges. And you can even come in here and do a little finger smooshing. It doesn't have to be super smoosh, but get to all the edges, I think is very important. Your book's going to stay together better. And if it dries out a little bit while you're applying, put a little more on. Yep, just put a little more on. Okay, now I have a gluey finger. That's where the baby wipe comes in handy. Nice to have at these moments. Now here's where you want to be an aerial view, looking down over your book. Whoop, that would be nice. Looking down over your book, and you're hoping to shoot for middle center. So align it so it's inside the bottom and inside the top as best you can. And then you have to orient left to right. Okay, and now what you can do is you can close it up. That helps it find its right spot. And I want you to push down. Okay, so you're adhering that hidden spine to your already included spine. Now you can take a bone folder at this point, and you're going to come in here. This is kind of handy to do with like in between the signatures. You're going to slip in there like unbeknownst to anybody, and you're going to push down, and that's going to help adhere your hidden spine to the book spine. Okay, now you can also take, for extra adherence, you can take your long tearing ruler, you know, the metal ruler that we love. You can go in the middle of every signature and you can wipe it down. And And that gives it another good push down. Doesn't have to be exactly in the center, but if it is, that's dandy. And that gives you another good little security into the bottom. Okay. All right, there we go. We are in. Now what I would do at this point is I would come and let's deal with these. Okay, these are hangovers. You can either leave them as is. You probably maybe want to do something with them. They're a little bit long. Okay, so you can come. Number one, the first thing you could do is you can tear them to size. So you can come here and with your tearing ruler, you can decide exactly where you want this torn. So open your book. So that's about where it needs to be. So you could tear a few of these off. Let's say I don't need all those. No, who needs those? Yeah, let's tear this one off too. And maybe a couple more. Okay. You can also come along with, you have to be careful with this though, because there's stuff underneath you don't want to lose. Okay, you can craft knife it. Get rid of some that way. Did I say that? You can craft knife it. You can. Okay. Or, take this one off too while I'm here. And you can also fold them in to make little side folds, which is kind of fun. So if you have some that you want to keep, perhaps, maybe you don't want to get rid of them all. Maybe you just said, hey, I like some of these. I want to keep some of them. It's actually safer if you do it and fold the back of the book out of the, oops, no, that's not supposed to happen. Okay, that is probably better to wait till this dries. Yeah, that's a good example of don't be so impatient as Pam, but make sure your book dries. Okay, it's really grabbing now. Okay, let me just make sure I'm in a good spot. Yeah, we're gonna let that grab. Okay, yeah, all right, good. All right, so now I'm gonna show you the alternative is the folding technique. I got a little cut there. I'll probably tear that page off. Just this one, we'll probably do a fold in. Maybe a fold back because we already have the pocket on this side. So let's say we just wanna bring it in here because we want it to be a pocket and a fold here. So you can either turn them into extra pockets, extra flaps for your book, built in already, no pre-assembly needed. And let's see this very old page. Maybe I'm going to fold him in. Not sure what I'm going to do with him yet, but I will just bring him into the fold. And so he will be inside and all protected. And this guy, I'm going to do with you. I'm going to have to fold you or something. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I'm going to probably tear you off because I already started. All right, let's just tear you off. We'll deal with you. We'll deal with you. There we go. All right. Let's see. We still have some. We still have a bunch that are hanging over. So we can, once this is all glued in place, we can, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Glue that good to the back. Glue that good to the back. And then the secret is just to leave it alone for a bit and give it a chance to really grab. And then it's going to be super strong. So this is a good time to go have some lunch, go have a snack, relax. What I like to do at this point is, I don't know if I'm going to do with all these other edges at this moment, but I'm going to clamp my book together just like that. Leave it here and you're just going to sit there. Maybe you're going to have you on this side and you on that side to hold you upright and you're becoming all glued together. And that is how you get the hidden spine in without changing the architecture of the back of your cover. So there you go. That's how to do a hidden spine. So I hope this helps. Hope it gives you some ideas, gets you through the rough spots. And, oh, hang on. Somebody wanted to say hi. Hi, everybody. Mom just wanted to remind everybody that all the links are down below in the description box for her Amazon store, her Etsy shop, and the free monthly emailed newsletter with all the free digital image, checklist of supplies, note from the bookmaker, junk journal tips, and updates from us here at the Paper Outpost. And podcasts come out Tuesdays and Thursdays. Yep, that's right. All new material. And you can find us on Spotify and Apple Pods, something like that, and a whole bunch of others. Or you can just click on the link below. You don't need any fancy stuff, and it's free. Yeah, And if you find value here, please like, subscribe, and share. And we have a Facebook group, having lots of fun over there, doing weekly and monthly challenges. You guys are awesome. And remember, the fun can be simple, everybody. And we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.